Now I want to discuss about the function of MIA. MIA is the Malaysian Institute of Accountants, a statutory body established under the Accountants Act 1967, regulates and develops the accountancy profession in Malaysia, ensuring its integrity and promoting public interest through education, quality assurance and enforcement. The secondly is MASB. MASB is the Malaysian Accounting Standard Board. Is a standard setting body that develops and promotes high quality accounting and financial reporting. So, standards ensuring the reliability and comparability of financial statement in Malaysia.
Accounting concept provide a framework for preparing reliable and consistent financial statements. The following are key concepts: historical cost, prudence, consistency, matching, and accrual. Historical costs record things like buildings or equipment at the price you paid for them, not what they are worth now.
For example, a company might face a lawsuit that could cost 5,000, even though the case is not settled yet. The company records the 5,000 as a possible expense. Why? To be cautious and avoid overstating profits.
Prudence, be careful. Show losses or problems yearly, but only show profits when you are sure they are real.
A company is involved in a legal dispute. There's a possibility the company might lose the case and be required to pay 100,000 in damage. However, the case is still ongoing and the final outcome is uncertain.
Consistency. Use the same way of doing your accounts every year so it's easier to compare.
For an example, if a business uses the straight line method to depreciate its equipment this year, it should continue using the same method in future years. So the financial statements can be compared year to year.
Matching. Match your income with the cost that help earn it in the same time period.
For example, a business sells goods in December and delivers them the same month, but the payment is received in January. The cost of goods and the revenue from the sale are both recorded in December because that's when the income was earned and the cost was incurred.
Accrual. Write things down when they happen, not when money is paid or received.
For example, a company receives electricity in March but pays the bill in April. According to accrual, the electricity expense is recorded in March when it was used, not in April when it was paid.
A cash book is the book of prime entry for cash bill. It records all cash transactions such as cash payment and receipt. It's recorded in the payment side of the cash book. The example transaction is paying an electricity bill of 200 in cash. In the cash book, the amount is recorded as a payment in the cash book. Document cash bill for April 2012. Company Waste Hockey Service Sendian Berhad. Total amount paid RM2,050. Transaction breakdown. Lorry rental for Indah Water Service 7 trip. Provision of a supervisor. Full and allow for Mr. Jamal. The appropriate book of prime entry for this transaction is the cash book, as it is used to record all immediate cash receipt and payment. Since this transaction involves a payment by the business, it should be recorded on the credit side of the cash book. The entry would appear as follows. For April 2012, description: septic tank cleaning service with RM2,050. Okay, next. A transaction in the context of a memo refer to the financial exchange or event that is recorded in the business accounting books. In the memo, this type of transaction will explain the detail of the event and the step taken to record it. Here, an example of how a transaction can be explained in a memo format.
An invoice is a document used by a supplier to request for payment of goods delivered to a customer and is used in credit transactions. It contains the dates, descriptions of items, total amounts to be paid by the customer, discount terms, and the name of the person in charge. These are the example of invoice. On 7 April 2025, Koperasi Suraya Anis received an invoice from Fatihah Company for RM240 Malaysia, worth of books bought on credits. Suraya record the invoice in the purchase journal because they serve as proof of credit purchase made by a business. When a business buys goods on credits, the supplier sends an invoice showing the detail of the items, the amount owed, and payment terms. These invoices are then entered into the purchase journal to keep a clear and organized record of all credit purchase. This helps the business track how much it owes to different suppliers and ensures that all purchases are properly recorded for accounting and financial reporting.
Amon, ni bos saya ada barang tu. Ada barang tu. Kau ambil bila? Today lah. Ni barang semua. Betul ya?
An official receipt is a document used by the supplier as an acknowledgement of the payment received from the customer and is used in cash transaction. These are the example of an official receipt. A customer buy one book RM6 ringgit and one calculator 50 ringgit, which the total is 56 ringgit. After payment, the seller issue an official receipt showing the date, item and total amounts. It's a proof of payment and help keeps record clear and professional. At the end of April, Fariza record cash sale in a 2-column cash book. With no discount or other sale, she entered the customer name and amount on the debit side under the cash column, as her cash in hand has increased.
Kak nak tanya, ada buku akaun tak?
Nak buku nota ke buku exercise?
Nota.
Nota.
Dengan kalkulator satu?
Semua tu RM56. Ada duit tak tu student kan?
Ada duit.
Ini receipt.
Terima kasih.
A check is a written order that tells a bank to pay a certain amount of money from a person or company's bank account to another person or business. In accounting, a check is used to make payment for goods, services or other expenses and increase the cash or bank balance when a check is received and deposited. These are the example of check. This check represents a payment of RM3,000 Malaysia made by Dania Kirana Sendirian Bahad to Suraya Anika binti Izamuddin. The reason for the payment is for Suraya bonus due to her excellent work. Since a check payment is involved, the transaction is recorded in the cash book, specifically in the bank column on the credit side, because money is leaving the company's bank account. A check is considered a non-cash form of payment, but it still affects the cash flow, so it must be recorded in the cash book.
Suraya,
Ya puan.
ni I bagi cek untuk you sebab prestasi kerja you meningkat. Tanya.
Ya puan.
Salam. Ya, boleh saya bantu?
Keluarkan duit kita cek mereka.
Saya akan terus transfer ke bank awal. Terima kasih.